Page 5 now, the Islamization of American school children in our public schools. Yes, it is happening. The latest case, Southern California. One school district in San Diego has buckled under the pressure from the radical front group Council on American Islamic Relations, a.k.a. CARE, a.k.a. Muslim Brotherhood. Not only are students being taught the 5 pillars of Islam, but schools are creating Muslim safe places. Now think about that. No more calling it Easter vacation, a.k.a. spring break. No more celebrating Christmas, a.k.a. a holiday tree. Instead, they're promoting Islam, a radical ideology that runs counter to the United States Constitution. They're teaching to our children. Joining me now on the Daily Ledger, page 5, beat Stephanie, Marie, and Steph. If I had a child in that school district, that child would be gone out of the school district, and I would take my property tax dollars with that child.
Yeah, that's the case for school choice, right? Now, San Diego Unified School District and teachers will soon have calendars showing Islamic holidays. Students will also learn more about Islam during social studies. And yes, safe spaces will be created on campus for Muslim students. Now, according to SDUSD, this is all a part of a multi-tiered approach to combat Islamophobia. Now, I spoke with Pamela Geller with the American Freedom Initiative, who tells me there's something far more nefarious going on here.
The Islamization of public schools has been proceeding for years. This is not happenstance. This is very deliberate. You have textbook companies that have their material on Islam vetted by Islamic groups, many tied to the Muslim Brotherhood, and they turn these lessons into dawah presentations. Dawah is proselytizing, which is a mandate under Islam, proselytizing for Islam. Children are learning the Shahada. They're not learning the Lord's Prayer. They're not learning the Shema. They're learning the 5 pillars of Islam. And it's coupled with innumerable textbooks and other material used in public schools, and it presents a very rosy and whitewashed picture of Islam while being harshly critical of Christianity and Judaism. It's not a conspiracy theory. San Diego is partnering with CARE, which was named, a terror proxy, was named a terrorist group by the UAE. They are partnering with San Diego for these safe spaces and these Muslim programs. I'd like to see what would happen if the public schools taught the children, and Muslim children, the Shema, the Jewish prayer. Just like they're teaching the Shahada. Are they teaching that gays and Christians and religious minorities are routinely subjugated, oppressed, and slaughtered? Are they teaching that there's a genocide ongoing now in the Middle East of Christians and religious minorities by these Muslim armies, the Islamic State? In Africa, you have Boko Haram, you have Al-Shabaab. I mean, we could go on and on. They're whitewashing and disarming our children in what is the gravest threat to their future. It's just that simple. Our children are being disarmed in the information battle space, and that's why every parent should be concerned. And any one of your viewers that has a child in the public school system, particularly in the 5th grade and up, why don't you pick up their history books and look at what they're teaching?
Now, the school district says the elements of the plan will be laid out before the end of the school year, with the goal of having it in place at the start of the fall semester.
What Pam said there at the end is very important. As a parent, I know this to be true, and my daughter didn't like it, especially in high school when I'd be leafing through her textbooks. But you have to do it, especially in this day and age as a parent, because what's happening here is not working with CARE, this San Diego school district. They're not working. They're submitting to CARE. And that's what Islam is all about. The radical ideology of Islam is about submitting. So once you submit at this level, next it's going to be prayer rooms. It's going to be call to prayer. It's going to be halal food. There is no end to this. They're not going to end here. This is a foot in the door, and they're going to continue to open the door until the Islamization of America is complete.
Well, we already know that some school districts have called for halal food, like you mentioned. But this has been going on for a while, and things that we've reported on this program, where students have been asked to do prayer rug exercises. Very inappropriate. Students have had to wear, or young female students have had to wear hijabs for presentations. Yeah. Also, the tests that they have these true-false tests, and a question would say, Allah is the one and only true God. True or false? The student who marked false, they failed the test. That is a problem. That is more than just an anti-bullying effort from CARE. I actually reached out to CARE San Diego, and the executive director, Hanif Mohibi, he declined and, basically said that I was trying to spread or stir up a conspiracy theory that wasn't true.
This is the same school district that is not allowing Christmas trees and not allowing a celebration of Hanukkah and Christmas. This is absolutely outrageous. So here's the question. Where is the pushback from the parents? Is there any? It's no secret in San Diego, there are many Americans who are of Mexican heritage, and that would be a Catholicism heritage. They better be pushing back. This is their time to stand up and say, hey, we're not going to take this. This is our tax dollars.
There is pushback, but I think a lot of parents are afraid to come out because then they are labeled racist, bigots, Islamophobes, you name it. But parents do come out and they do protest. They don't get a lot of media attention for it. But in New Jersey, there are two mothers who are suing the school district because they said that the school is trying to indoctrinate their kids, and they have a problem with that. They have seen the textbooks, they have seen the tests, and how Islam is being introduced to their children, and they have a problem with that.
This is why the left is so against school choice, school vouchers, because they know when they go and submit to Islam, our children are going to submit right along with them, and that needs to stop. Steph, thanks.